Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here for another Vlogs with Boilon Friday. And before we get started, I want to talk about the Space Viking milestone that's going to be starting later on today. We have Thor's costume here. There has been some recent updates in relation to this, and I want to let people know there was a blog post that went out very, very late last night in regards to the event. So I want to bring this up really quickly here. So they basically changed the way that the point structure is. They confirmed that it's arena battle and not arena win, and they bumped the score on both the arenas and the blitz wins. So now it's 500 for arena instead of 300, and then 100 for blitz instead of whatever it was before. 30 maybe, I'm not sure. And so now the new points is very, very reasonable. You only really need to do, if you're doing 5 arena battles a day, 2 rotations, blitz rotations, maybe a little bit more if you're not doing that many arena battles, for the entire milestone, which is great. And if you're just really looking for the Thor costume as well, it's honestly like about 1. It's like 1 blitz rotation a day if you just want the costume. So it's very, very reasonable now. It wasn't like before, it was like 6.5 or something crazy, if you wanted to clear the milestone. So they made significant changes to that. And thank you, Scopely, I guess, for making those changes. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say really quickly before we get on to the blog, which is quite big in terms of the Bionic Avengers. So if you're ready to go, then let's boil this blog down. Okay, and so today's blog post is titled Bionic Avengers Part 2. We had I think I have it up here. Yeah, the Bionic Avengers Part 1, or Tech Raid team assembled this post from Tuesday, which was honestly really surprising that they brought this to us outside of a Friday. So we have here in the background, you can see it here in the photo, you have, I believe, it's that guy, this is Deathlok and Vision. Honestly, like, this does not seem very Avengers-y to me. I don't know about you all, but I mean, it just doesn't. Vision is one thing. Deathlok, I don't know. All I remember about this character is like from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I forget his name now. Mike something, and I remember Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't really know much about this guy, although I have seen comic covers lately with him on it. I believe he may even be part of the Savage Avengers. I'm not sure what he's in now in terms of the comic titles. I thought that's what I saw him on, but I could be wrong there. Anyways, looks like we're gonna get some kits, so we'll be rating. We'll be rating with them, and we'll be looking at exactly what their kits do. And of course, they're gonna be the required teams for nodes 5 and 10 for the 4th Death Scourge event. Even though we have no idea for the rest of the War Scourge event, but hey-oh. So Deathlok. There's some background here. Maybe I need to read this actually, but I'll do that on my own time. Yeah, it's even a different name, Luther Manning. Okay, so Deathlok slots into the Bionic Avengers as a blaster with high damage and focus stats, while his primary mission is to unload rounds on enemies. Deathlok also powers up his teammates by gradually buffing Bionic Avenger allies over the course of 3 turns. Similar to how Silver Surfer boosts speed. You'll also find raid bonuses among his abilities. Okay, so if he's got a damage passive, this team is going to be quite bonkers, but, let's find out. Hero, Global, Tech, Blaster. Okay, so they're all Tech, right? They have to be. He's Blaster, Bionic Avengers, Global. Okay, so I think most of the team is also Global. I think the entire team is Global. Laser, Barrage, Basic. Attack primary target for 200% damage. Bonus attack 3 times for 100. So that's 500%. Wow. In raids, if this character has full energy and crits on any of these attacks, generate 1 ability energy for up to 2 allies who are not at full energy. So that's pretty good because this team is all about crit from Iron Man's passive and things like that. So this, with a Raider passive, this definitely is probably going to be going off fairly frequently. To clarify, this attack can generate up to 4. Oh, okay. Any of the... Oh, okay. So each attack could generate 2 energy. So maybe it could do more. Up to 4? Wouldn't it be... Oh, maybe there's a max of 4? Doesn't say that, though, except for this developer note. Special, Gatling Sweep. 5 out of 5. Apply offense up for 2 turns to the team. Attack all enemies. AoE on 5 cooldown. 2 bleed. 300% damage and 2 bleed. Wow. And then generating more ability energy for adjacent allies. Now, this is really important because the team has a lot of this. Generate ability energy for adjacent Bionic Avenger allies. So I think it's going to be really important about where you put them and where you position them this time around. This usually doesn't matter too much with other teams, but I think for this team it will matter. My guess is you're probably going to want to fuel him and Vision. Maybe that's just what I think, because like Vision has that AoE on his ult that does 30% turn bar reduction in raids, and this looks like some pretty crazy damage as well. If this character has 3 or more allies, this attack cannot be dodged. EMP Blast, Ultimate, available on turn 2. So unless you feel the energy somehow, it's not available right out of the gate. Attack primary and adjacents for 450. If they're tech, attack for 500. Okay, so, you know, it's going to do a little bit more damage against tech enemies. Apply ability block to the primary target. That's interesting, too. A very long cooldown, though. And apply 2 ability block if it's a tech enemy. So that's interesting, right? Because Vision already does that on his special now for 2 turns to tech enemies. So now you have 2 ways to ability block Dr. Doom or other characters in this, which is pretty bonkers. Generate 1 ability energy for all adjacent. So more, everything. This team is like a ability energy bonanza. And I think it's going to make it very viable for simming, especially on like Dooms 1 and 2. Because of that, because there's going to be ability energy everywhere, which means that the cooldowns are going to be refilled pretty frequently. Passive, Refurbished, on turn, gain 15% damage, and all Bionic Avenger allies gain 15, up to, wow. So, okay, so it is a damage passive, but in the way that Silver Surfer is. So it ramps up. And it's actually outside of raids, which is even better. When this character or a Bionic Avenger ally gains energy, gain 1 charge up to a max of 5. When they have 5 or more charge, attack the most injured enemy for 300%. So again, he's putting out more damage. Even this guy, if his stats carry out, this is going to be some pretty crazy damage. I'm thinking like Rocket Raccoon back in the day. You know, the spamming of the AoE and stuff, getting the ability energy and just spamming it every turn. That's what I'm thinking about with Deathlok. That's the kind of impression that I'm getting so far. And then he gets he gets 100% focus. So he's definitely going to land, hopefully, with the Vision passive, that he's landing these ability blocks and the bleeds and whatnot. Okay, so that's a lot. And the fact that this damage is outside of raids, that's actually pretty stellar. Viv Vision. Okay, so is a support. We kind of thought that as well. Let's carry on though through the. I'm going to go right into the kit here. Global tech support. Okay, so tech support. This is always a joke. They're tech support because, you know, Marvel Strike Force. Basic Synthezoid Strike. Attack primary target for 260% damage. Apply 1 deflect up to a max of 5 to the most injured ally. 2 if they're Bionic Avengers. In raids, generate 2 ability energy for a... That was not a full... Wow. More ability... Oh my god. And assist from Vision. So, on a basic in raids, ability energy for Vision, ability energy for random allies, that's 3 ability energy just off of a basic. And it makes me wonder... What is a Striker ISO going to do? Is that also going to generate the ability energy? Because if so, that would be bonkers. At the very least, it should apply deflect, though, but we'll see. This ability... Oh, okay. I should have read ahead. Okay, so you're not getting the ability energy for Striker. Special Phasing Blast, 4/4. Primary target for 300% damage, plus apply offense down for 2 turns, and ability block for 2... More ability... 3 ability blocks! That is insane. 3 characters with ability blocks for 2 turns. Generate 1 ability energy. Okay, more ability energy. Now, it's only single target offense down and an ability block, but man, that's crazy. On kill, apply offense down for 2 turns to all... Oh, okay, so that might be hard to land, but if her damage is good... As a support character? I don't know. To all adjacent enemies. Wow, on kill. Okay, that's interesting. So if you can manage to land this, then this could be really good. Hopefully this is afterwards, right? So like, that'll just like it'll spread after the kill has been done. And it makes it wonder if... Yeah, no, it should work that way. Ultimate Solar Strafe. 6 out of 6. Flip 2 negative effects to positive effects for all allies. This is a good way in getting rid of those pesky heal blocks that are on Doom 2 with Silver Surfer and Colleen Wing. Flip all negative effects to positive effects for... Oh, okay, so yeah. All allies, but then with the team, it's all... Attack primary target and an AoE. And wait. Oh, attack primary target and all enemies in that character's row. And apply blind. So, that's interesting. I guess this could be a really good Dark Dimension mechanic. But, you know, on the surface, if it's just a 5-person thing, obviously in raids there's more targets, but yeah, you could hit many targets with this. That's quite interesting. Generate 1 ability energy for all allies, and then if there's 3 or more allies, this attack is unavoidable. So this would be very good in like blinding Silver Surfer, because Silver Surfer will default to his alt, and then that will get blinded. So that's a really good thing there. To clarify, there are 2 rows, yes, the front and back row. So you need to make sure you know who you're targeting right when you're doing this. So this is This is autoable, but I mean, if you really want to target the right person, you'd make sure it's in Silver Surfer's row when you're doing this, or Calling Wing, or any of these annoying characters that'll apply debuffs to you that you don't want. Passive, positive vibes. Whenever this character or a Bionic and Avenger ally, BA, we're gonna call this BA, the BA ally, gains ability energy, heals self and all BA allies for 3% of this character's max health. Okay, passive healing, because I was gonna say there was no actual healing anywhere in the kit, just deflex. They're huge on ability energy and barrier from Hulkbuster. When this character or any Bionic Avenger ally drops below 50% max health for the first time, do the following. Clear Disrupt, heal block, apply stealth. In raids, generate 1 ability energy, and then she's giving armor, 50% armor to the team. Hulkbuster gives hit points. So, that's pretty crazy. My quick question would be whether or not this 3% is enough, but they are getting a lot of ability energy, so it may do. But it means that you're going to want to have a high star Vision, because you're going to want her health or hit point pool to be as high as possible, so it maximizes the amount of healing that it's giving to the characters. There is a lot of ability energy, so I think this may be sufficient. This kind of reminds me a little bit like Minerva when Minerva gets a kill, and we'll have to test that in practice, but obviously they have a ton of barrier. So I have high hopes for this team. I'm going to be investing quite heavily in this team, for sure. Summer of Thunder, Coordinated Assault. Okay, so we're getting another one of these on the 18th, which is going to be on Monday. So that's the ISO 8 energy spending. You guys know the drill on that. I don't need to talk about it. We have Quick Rumble X-Force. That's going to be next Thursday. Again, don't really need to talk about that. We've had that before. War updates. To provide consistency, improve consistency in War Match, there'll be updates to War Boost and the rooms that provide Deflect to instead grant a new positive effect called Minor Deflect. Similar to Deflect, Minor Deflect will give you 100% block chance, but it doesn't provide the additional chance to negate the application of an effect that block normally provides. This update will go live on 6.3. Well, I'm not sure what this is meant to do. It's worse? It does not provide the chance to... It's worse. So they've nerfed deflex. They've nerfed boosting. I mean, I don't know if it was a big deal anyways, but... Okay, I don't know. Maybe someone can leave a comment down below and maybe clarify, or not clarify, expand on why you think this is necessary or not. I didn't really hear a lot of complaints about this lately, so I don't know. Maybe I'm out of touch. Strike Pass Season 18, we're going to be getting Dr. Voodoo. So all these campaign characters like Spider-Punk and now Dr. Voodoo are, instead of being made farmable, they're going into the Strike Pass. Or maybe this means that Dr. Voodoo will be made farmable in some way afterwards, because for what it's worth, Spider-Punk is in the Arena store, in the Arena Orb rather, not the store. Character availability. T'Challa! To June 3-9. Cut off on the side of the frame a bit here. 3-9. So that's replacing Multiple Man, who's going into the raid store. Everyone's going into the raid store. Fuck. Who was the last person? Captain Marvel, Loki, all went into the raid store after they were removed from their node. So it's really just like... Sorry guys, I have to go back to this really quick because I think it's actually a bit of a cop-out, and I think that it's making things worse, because in the raid store there's only spots for 4 characters, and now the raid orb is getting so saturated. There's so many fucking characters that it's going to be even worse now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 7, 11, 15, 19, 23. Okay, I think I was mistaken about Captain Marvel, but Loki's in here, and so that's going to make 24 characters that are going to be in here. So your odds of seeing a single character in here is getting worse and worse and worse and worse. It's easy to get these characters in the store, but it's not easy to see them. And so I'm not sure if I like the fact that they're being added into the raid store. It makes Multiple Man a lot easier to farm, and now getting Adam Warlock, you know, if you still need him or whatever, still you want him. Easy to unlock, but hey, I don't know. Let me know how you feel about all these characters going into the raid store, you know, afterwards. Star-Lord T'Challa on Doom 3-9, though. I mean, I'm going to start farming that because I need to get that 5-star. I believe I'm still at 4-4, so I would like to get that. Red stars for Valkyrie. They give us finally a date for that, so that means the offer then. On Sunday. So Sunday offers for Valkyrie, and then July the 20th for Rogue, which is going to be next Wednesday, hopefully after the payout, I guess. It will be probably. Weekly events, we have a Sharon Carter Blitz coming up, and then we have Phoenix coming back around, and Chaos Theory next week. So, that's everything. And of course, Everything in this game is subject to change, so just because they say it here doesn't mean we're going to get it on time or whatever they say, right? Just make sure you know that. And so I want to bring this up really quick. You guys might have seen this already. It's my Bionic Avengers stat rework chart about Iron Man and Vision. And this is what really makes me excited about the upcoming Bionic Avengers, BA. I'm going to start saying BA. It's the BA team. Because their stats are really good. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this translates with Hulkbuster, with all the stuff that he gives, the max health, the barriers, and all that stuff, and how this is going to just, like, rickroll over Doomray Tech, possibly on auto as well, because of all of the ability energy that's being flung around. But I think you probably won't be able to auto until the full team actually is put together. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to using Vision at the start of next patch. I've already got him to level 85. Actually, maybe I can show you. I've already got him to level 85, gear tier 15. That's where I have him at so far. He's quite at the top here, but 155k. I have 6 red. Really looking forward to using him, but also understanding like what T4s I need to put into this new team after the patch goes live, so we can actually see where the updates are in the T4 level of things. So let me know how excited you are about the Bionic Avengers team in the comments down below. And otherwise, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Good luck on the Space Viking event, and of course, until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.